The world of work has undergone enormous change in the last 100 years. However, the new working environments and the conditions of work that have replaced them have given rise to new and different concerns about the health of the working population. Exposure to physical, chemical, biological, and psychological risk factors at work are now much more clearly linked to health outcomes in the mind of the general public. Expectations of society in regard to health at work have also changed, with increasing demands for better standards of protection at work and for the improvement of quality of working life. This presentation describes the role of government agencies in occupational health. Now, let's take a look at key components of workplace health management. It comprises of occupational health and safety, workplace health promotion, social and lifestyle determinants of health, and environmental health management. In order to be effective, workplace health management needs to be based on knowledge, experience, and practice accumulated in three disciplines: occupational health, workplace health promotion, and environmental health. It is important to see workplace health management as a process not only for continuous improvement and health gain within the enterprise but also as framework for involvement between various agencies in the community. It offers a platform for cooperation between local authorities and business leaders on community development through the improvement of public and environmental health and contributes towards the development of social capital. Social capital is understood here as the capacity of the local community to provide all of its citizens with a good living and working life in a sustainable way. Economic growth has been fundamental to the general improvement in health in the region during the last century. Economic development has also recently been associated with increased investments to reduce or eliminate pollution of different environmental media. Health gain was achieved within a process of building up social capital and also as a result of increasing investment in improving the working environment, housing, nutrition, education and healthcare, and by addressing the other needs of the whole population. Major differences in health status and economic development still persist. Improved health can contribute to economic growth in four ways. It reduces production losses caused by worker illness, permits the use of natural resources that had been totally or nearly inaccessible because of disease. It also increases the enrollment of children in school and makes them better able to learn and increase their opportunity to have higher income in future, and it frees for other uses resources that would be spent on treating illness. National policy on safety, health and environment and workplace states that the Constitution of India will provide detailed provisions for the rights of the citizens and also lays down the directive principles of state policy which set an aim to which the activities of the state are to be guided. Government is committed to regulate all economic activities for management of safety and health risks at workplaces and to provide measures so as to ensure safe and healthy working conditions for every working man and woman in the nation. Government recognizes that safety and health of workers has a positive impact on productivity and economic and social development. Prevention is an integral part of economic activities as high safety and health standard at work is as important as good business performance for new as well as existing industries. The formulation of policy, priorities and strategies in occupational safety, health and environment and workplaces is undertaken by national authorities in consultation with social partners for fulfilling such objectives. A critical role is played by the government and the social partners, professional safety and health organizations in ensuring prevention and in also providing treatment, support and rehabilitation services. Government of India firmly believes that without safe, clean environment as well as healthy working conditions, social justice and economic growth cannot be achieved, and that safe and healthy working environment is recognized as a fundamental human right. The changing job patterns and working relationships, the rise in self-employment, greater subcontracting, outsourcing of work, homework, and the increasing number of employees working away from their establishment pose problems to management of occupational safety and health risks at workplaces. New safety hazards and health risks will be appearing along with the transfer and adoption of new technologies. The fundamental purpose of this national policy on safety, health and environment and workplace is not only to eliminate the incidence of work-related injuries, diseases, fatalities, disaster and loss of national assets and ensuring achievement of a high level of occupational safety, health and environmental performance through proactive approaches but also to enhance the well-being of the employee and society at large. The government firmly believes that building and maintaining national preventive safety and health culture is the need of the hour. With a view to develop such a culture and to improve the safety, health and environment at workplace, it is essential to meet the following requirements. It is important to provide a statutory framework on occupational safety and health in respect of all sectors of industrial activities, including the construction sector, designing suitable control systems of compliance, enforcements, and incentives for better compliance. Establishing and developing the research and development capability in emerging areas of risk and providing for effective control measures. It is also important to focus on prevention, strategies, and monitoring performance through improved data collection system on work-related injuries and diseases. Developing and providing required technical manpower and knowledge in the areas of safety, health, and environment at workplaces in different sectors can also contribute. Health and safety of the employees is an important aspect of a company's smooth and successful functioning. It is a decisive factor in organizational effectiveness. It ensures an accident-free industrial environment. Companies must attach the same importance towards achieving high occupational health and safety performance as they do to the other key objectives of their business activities. The Constitution of India has also specified provisions for ensuring occupational health and safety for workers in the form of 3 articles, that is Article 24, 39 and 42. The Ministry of Labour, Government of India and Labour Departments of the states and union territories are responsible for safety and health of workers. Directorate General of Mines Safety and Directorate General Factory Advice Services and Labour Institutes assist the ministry in technical aspects of occupational safety and health in mines and factories and ports sectors respectively. DGMS exercises preventive as well as educational influence over the mining industry. The reduction in risk of occupational diseases and casualty to persons employed in mines. DGMS undertakes inspection of mines, investigation of all fatal accidents. It also undertakes grant of statutory permission, exemptions and relaxations in respect of various mining operations, approval of mine safety equipment, appliances and material, safety promotional incentives including organization of national awards and national safety conference, etc. Goals and objectives of any policy or regulations on occupational health and safety by Government of India is that through dedicated and concerted efforts consistent with the requirements of safety, health and environment and workplace improve the quality of work and working life. Hope this presentation was successful in generating awareness on importance of safer working conditions and how government agencies have contributed towards improving the working conditions. Thank you.